Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing great, and before I show you the game I would just like to say one thing. The person in the thumbnail isn't really Martyn J Corden, as I couldn't really find a single photo of this person, so this is just a random person from the internet, and that's why instead of the quote above the board there is a plead from me. If any of you are able to find at least one photo of Martyn J Corden, please send it to me so I can update the thumbnail. Okay, that being said, Martyn J Corden was from England, and well, he was the under 16 champion of England in 1967, and in 1968 he was the under 18 champion of England. And this game was played in 1970. He's playing against an unknown player. But just to show you that he was an incredibly strong chess player, also in 1970, in the great tournament in Hastings, he defeated the former world champion Vasily Smyslov. So definitely a strong player. I don't think he ever achieved the title of Grandmaster. I think he got to the International Master as his peak rating was around 2450. And I've seen a lot of games in this variation. I will show you, and a lot of them were pretty quick kills, and there were pretty fancy combinations. But this one is definitely an amazing one, and I hope the title fits, as I will name this video Britain's Got Talent. So let's see the game. Martyn J Corden is white and his opponent is black. We have e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, so the Italian game. Knight to f6, we have the two knights defense. d4, we have e captures on d4, and now white castles. And well, this is a pretty old line, as you'll see. Black plays knight captures on e4, and this by no means is good for white or good for black. This is considered to be an equal position, but you know, in practice, well, it's never the case. Always one player prevails. White plays rook to e1. He now pins this knight, as well, there is a king on e8 after all. And black defends this with d5, now protecting the knight and also attacking this bishop on c4. And, well, here's the idea of this opening. White plays bishop captures on d5. So it seems like a piece sacrifice, but it's really not. We have queen captures on d5 and now knight to c3. And now you see that this knight cannot be captured either with this d-pawn or with the knight, since the knight is pinned from the rook, and if pawn captures, then queen captures queen on d5. So we have queen to a5, and now knight captures on e4. So white wins back the piece. And black plays a bishop to e6, and this is all very good for black, as you can see both black and white are pretty known to this to the theory of this opening. Martyn plays bishop to d2, now attacking the queen, and we have queen to f5, and now bishop to g5. As well, this is a pretty good move. It stops black from castling queenside, and well, this is the critical position in the game, as in this position black shouldn't really allow this bishop to stay on g5. He should have played something like h6 and, well, force white to decide what to do with the bishop. But black thought, why waste time with h6? I better develop my piece with a tempo like bishop to b4. Now I'm attacking this rook on e1, and after white deals with this, I'll simply castle kingside and all is well. But this was actually a pretty bad move, as Martyn will show. Martyn plays knight captures on d4, and this is now with the tempo on the queen. So we have knight captures on d4, and now Martyn plays queen captures on d4. So he wants to sacrifice the exchange here with bishop captures on e1. And let's see what would happen if black played this. If bishop captures on e1, we'd have queen captures on g7, now threatening to capture the rook on h8. And notice that the black still can't castle queenside since the bishop is still on g5. And well, you don't want to lose this piece here, so you'd probably want to at least capture on f2. For example, bishop captures on f2 with check, and after knight captures, at least grabbing a pawn, you have to protect the rook, so something like rook to f8, and after rook to e1, black would have a terrible time playing this position. As this bishop is pinned, the queen can't really go anywhere because rook captures on e6 is threatening with queen to e7 checkmate. So this wouldn't be enjoyable for black at all. So after this queen to d4 move, black decided not to go for this, and he played bishop to f8. But this is actually a catastrophic move, as white will show. White plays rook 8 to d1. And this comes with a terrible threat of queen to d8 check, and then after the queen is captured, rook captures on d8 with checkmate. So Black decided to stop this, and he decided to stop this. Well, there really isn't a way to stop this, but probably the best move would be bishop to d6, but he tried f6 now, stopping the threat of bishop covering this d8 square, so queen to d8 is no longer possible. But here he allows white a spectacular mate in 5, and I will I will let you find the idea for yourselves, as it's probably the best mating sequence I've seen in this variation. So yeah, I will give it a couple of seconds if you want to check it out for yourselves. Okay, and if not, well, the move is a brilliant one. It's queen to d7 check, and there is no move for black. The black king can't go anywhere. The only playable move is bishop captures queen. So we have bishop captures queen, and now Martyn plays knight to d6 with a check from the knight and also a discover check from the rook on e1. And this is forking the king and the queen on f5. So only move, and yeah, most importantly, it's covering the f7 square. So only move for the black king is king to d8, and now, of course, not capturing the queen, but knight to f7 check. And again, there is only one move for the black king. He plays king to c8. And well, if you didn't find the idea then, maybe you can find the idea now. The idea is rook to e8 with check, and again, there is no move for the black king. Only move is bishop captures on e8. So we have bishop captures on e8, and now, of course, rook to d8 with checkmate. So yeah, definitely a beautiful game, and I do hope it justifies the title Britain's Got Talent, as Martyn J Corden shows that he really was a talented player. I did read somewhere that he gave up on chess, and that he was a professor in Florida. So I couldn't really find any more information on him, and if any of you are able to find a photo of him, please send it to me so I can update my thumbnail. So yeah, that's it. I would like to thank Sean Prussell, Nicole Lind, Jared Leenham. Jared Leenham is actually, this is your second time contributing to my channel. So as I do appreciate the donation, but even more I appreciate that you still enjoy my content after a whole month. And Del Radcliffe. So thank you all for your contributions. I really appreciate it. And yeah, as usual, you can check two of my previous videos here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon. And do send me that photo if you're able to find it. Thank you all.